I'm Mika Six, also known as the Moroccan Angel. If this is our first encounter, I would like to say hi and welcome to my channel. If you should find my content spiritually enlightening or informative, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the like button. This particular discussion is part of the series, What False Christians Say. Now, this one in particular is entitled, Hate the Sin, but Love the Sinner. So we're going to delve into this and see exactly why this is something that only a false Christian would say. So let's begin. Upon careful examination, we can see within the original Testament scriptures that the God of Israel, there is absolutely no evidence that he loves the wicked. The wicked are those who violate his commandments and his laws that were established 4,000 years ago that was given to Moses, his prophet Moses. The wicked are also identified as sinners, those who violate the established laws of the Creator. The original Testament clearly notes and makes it distinctively clear that the God of Israel not only hates the wicked, it states that he abhors them, which is something even more intense than hate. He moves against them to destroy them, not to save them or not to love them. He is their enemy. So we're going to look at this strictly from a Christian perspective, because we already know what the God of Israel thought, or it's already written within the scriptures very clearly how the God of Israel feels. He does not hate the sin and love the sinner. He hates the sinner. As in the original Testament, what you do is an expression of your soul, of who you actually are. It's not a separate entity or a separate, no. So we're going to look at this strictly from a Christian perspective. If this is something that Jesus would have taught, or if this was in alignment with his messages. Now, Jesus' interactions with sinners is often misunderstood or confused with the delivering of his message and loving them. You see, Jesus' message was to warn people, in particular his people, the Jews, and to kind of turn their hearts back towards the God of Israel. We see within the writings of the New Testament the main protagonists being the Pharisees and Sadducees. Jesus entreating to them to turn from sinful behavior. And these leaders were the Pharisees and Sadducees. They were Jewish. And you would think, okay, these are Christian leaders, they're to be trusted, they're, following the law, and some people like to presume that these Pharisees and Sadducees were self-righteous, is the term that's given by the Christian community. But the Pharisees and the Sadducees, the scriptures don't say that they were self-righteous. The scriptures state that they were hypocrites, professing to be something that they were not. They were professing to be followers of God, or adhering to the commandments of God, and in truth they were not. Jesus said to follow the teachings and instructions that the Pharisees and the Sadducees gave. As a matter of fact, he said, keep them. But he warned, don't do what they do. They were teaching something, or professing to be something, but their actions were not aligning with that claim. It's similar to professing to be a Christian, someone who steadfastly follows the teachings of Jesus when you actually don't. A hypocrite. Jesus stated within the New Testament scriptures that a tree is known by its fruit. Well, why? Because the fruit is an extension of the tree. It's an actual expression of the root of the tree. It is the bearing or the bringing forth of the essence of the tree. If a tree at its core is rotten, it will bring forth death. Do you understand what is being conveyed? The fruit cannot be separated from the tree because it is a part of the tree itself. If you eat of the fruit of the tree, it becomes a part of you. Now the question is, did Jesus carry this concept of love the tree but hate the fruit? Because Jesus explained that the fruit of the tree is actually symbolic of the acts of man. It is the manifestation of what has already taken root within the spirit. In the New Testament book of Mark, chapter 11, verses 12 through 14, you will read about a story where Jesus came upon a fig tree, and this fig tree had no fruit. It bore no fruit, and Jesus, you will notice that he did not spare the fig tree. He did not say, I bless thee to bring forth fruit at this moment. No. He cursed it because the tree did not bear fruit at the appointed time. He cursed the tree. Not the fruit of the tree. He cursed the tree itself. In the book of Matthew, chapter 3, verse 10, it states, the axe is laid unto the root of the tree itself. It's not the fruit that will be plucked off the tree and destroyed. It's the entire tree itself. The fruit is not deemed to be, this is distasteful, let me take it and throw it away, or it's rotten. No, Jesus speaks of going directly to the root of the tree itself. Why? Because the rotten fruit is not the source. The root of the tree is. You cannot hate the rotten fruit without having an equal hate for the source of the rottenness, the tree itself. You are the tree. And I want you to be aware of something, an undeniable fact. Seriously, it's undeniable. It's amazing. An orange tree does not periodically produce an apple or a rotten apple. If oranges are considered to be good, let's say they're considered to be a good tree, and oranges are the good fruit. Oranges considered to be good acts, like in accordance with the established laws and commandments of the God of Israel. And let's just say apples represent the bad deeds or unlawful deeds in opposition to the laws and commandments of the God of Israel. And we're going to make these some rotten apples. You will never walk about amongst fruit trees and see one or two rotten apples mixed in the growth of an orange tree coming from its branches. You'd say, oh my, I'm confused. What kind of tree is this? What is this? Well, Jesus said, either make the tree good or make the tree bad. Either it's an orange tree or it's a rotten apple tree. It can't be both. It can't be both. Meaning that a tree that produces such fruit, oranges and rotten apples intermixed, by Jesus' standards, it's corrupt. It's not a good tree. And what did he say he would do to it? Well, we've seen two things. The first thing he did with the fig tree, because there was no fruit at all, he cursed it. And with the mixed fruit, Jesus said it's corrupt and it will be destroyed from the root. Who eats from a rotten tree? Who eats the rotten fruit? What are you doing? Jesus said that you cannot have two masters. You either hate the one and love the other. You can't serve two masters. Just like you can't have one tree that's producing two different kinds of fruit. Now, when speaking of love, love entails taking care of something, caring for it, looking out for its best interest. So let's see. In the book of Matthew, Jesus said that the corrupt tree shall be chopped down and thrown into the fire. When speaking of hating the sin but loving the sinner, if you're an orange tree producing rotten apples intermixed with those oranges, or if you are simply a rotten apple tree being cut down at the root and thrown into the fire, tell me, at what point do you say, he loves me? I'm the Moroccan angel. Remember, always do what is right. It matters.